Front now, independent presidential candidate, former CIA operative Evan McMullin. Thank you so much for being with me, Evan. I mean, I know you're banking on a win in Utah. Some polls show you doing even better there. Sean Spicer, the RNC communications director, though, was on the show a couple days ago, and he told me Trump is going to win the state hands down. What is he missing?
Well, I think he's missing that people in Utah are just not excited about Donald Trump at all. That's why he's struggling to win a state that Mitt Romney won and other Republicans have won by large margins. That's the bigger story here. We saw the Monmouth poll come out today, but you know, it had a poll come out 2 weeks ago that had me at 20% when everyone else had us at 29 to 30%. In this edition of their poll, they have us up 4% from where they did 2 weeks ago. So the methodology must be different there. The methodology they're using is different from the ones that other polls are using. But either way, it shows us gaining traction. But look, I would say this. I would say that what's happening now is people in Utah are seeing the race tighten. They're also seeing additional information about Hillary Clinton's corruption. That makes them very nervous. People in Utah are very uncomfortable with Donald Trump and opposed to him, but they also don't like Hillary Clinton due to her corruption and big government policies. So our job, my job in this campaign, is to convince Utahns that they should come on board with our strategy, which is, in this case, that the election is so tight. If they vote with us, if they stay with us, and we can win a state or two, we can block both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. But that's what's happening here. People are very nervous about the additional information they see coming out about Hillary Clinton. And
you have, obviously, you know, if certain games play out here, scenarios, you could get them to 269 in a case that's your play. But look, it's very possible, Evan, that thanks to you siphoning off traditionally Republican voters, because that's what we've seen happening in the state, Utah does go Democratic, which would be the first time since 1964. In that case, it could be Utah that holds Trump back from the White House. But I know you don't see it, but if that happens, some people say, look, you are sitting here, Evan, you are the guy. Republicans say a vote for anyone other than Trump is a vote for Hillary Clinton. What do you say to those people? They're saying you could be helping her win.
Aaron, I would just say this. This is one poll. This has been an outlier poll for a while. The point is that all the other polls show a neck-and-neck race between Donald Trump and me. Or they see they say that I'm in first place or Donald Trump is in first place, or that it's a neck-and-neck race. So Donald Trump is going to win Utah, or I'm going to win Utah. It's not going to be Hillary Clinton. She has a ceiling there. She's just not going to be able to do it. It's going to be Donald Trump or it's going to be me. And so our pitch is to the Utah people. What do we want Utah to stand for in this race? Do we want Utah to stand for the foundational principles like equality and liberty that make the country great? Or are we going to go with Donald Trump, who's launched and carried out a divisive, bigoted, sexist campaign? That's not what Utah stands for. That's not what this country stands for.
You just called it a bigoted campaign. Look, the Trump campaign denounced a robocall from a white nationalist in your state. That call attacked your mother's sexuality. It accused you of being a closet homosexual. It was nasty. You said it reflected the fact that bigots, most racists and bigots, are supporting Trump. Sean Spicer, again, on this show, told me you were way off base. He said the call was disgusting and reprehensible. But then he said for you to turn it back on them, on the Trump campaign, is almost as reprehensible. Those are his words. What do you say to that?
Well, the man who did the robocall was a delegate for Trump. So how my condemning a bigoted call is as reprehensible as the call itself from a delegate of theirs, I just don't understand. You know, Aaron, today we received news that some of Trump's supporters who are, out there raising money and putting up billboards for Trump, these again are white nationalists, white supremacists, are now calling for a Mormon genocide. I mean, that's what we're up against here. I mean, this is consistent with what Donald Trump has done in our country. This is consistent with this movement that he has created that attacks people based on their gender, their race, their religion. This is what we're standing up to. We believe this country can be unified. We believe that we can be a diverse country and still be unified as Americans. That's what we're fighting for.
All right, Evan McMullin, thank you very much. Appreciate your time.